Akla Orm Inn. Seto would wish you well on your way. Forgive me, it seems my indecision has cost you precious time. But I am convinced now, convinced that you will triumph. To the south, you will find the bridge to Liagia. As the bearer of the 4 relics, the gate to the castle will open to you. Now, this should be an interesting one, because while I have done this fight, even sort of recently, I did not tank it, and over the course of, Stormbringer's lifetime, even then, I think I've done this fight only a handful of times. And I've never done any of the extreme trials for Shadowbringers. So I'm not even familiar with the advanced mechanics. Oh, no voice acting? The gate has recognized that you bear all 4 relics. The seal is broken. All that matters is to enter the castle and confront Titania, a being bereft of reason and mercy. It is sure to be a ferocious battle, but if anyone can bring an end to our king's torment, it is you. So sure of us. Yet know this, my adorable sapling. Though we Fey folk may appear to live unfettered lives, there are still laws that bind us. To take back as much as is taken, to create as much as is destroyed, to give as much as is received. In all things, balance must be preserved, and the same will be asked of you. But worry not. Come what may, your beautiful branch will ever be at your side. Oh, it looks like we got Thancred in the party. Who goes there? Are you the one who broke the seal? Light Warden, Titania. She looks sad. Ah, so much time lost, so much frolicking and feasting left undone. We must make up for it. We must, beginning by playing with you. This is a good song. Okay, well, the other tank, this is their first time, so...
Come and play, for the night is bright and you sleep on your day.
You can sleep with your kid. Okay, nice. Somebody gave, because the other tank was new, somebody wrote up a quick synopsis of what the tank needs to do. And to be honest, I needed that. I was a little late on that one. Probably should have stayed with the tank so I can stay in melee range. Okay, here we go. Oh shit, I don't have... Oh, I should have known Hard Swipe was going to be a tank buster. kind of have no idea what's going on, but other than just I'm tanking this dude. I'm just enjoying the music. Okay, now we're back down to...
Come down for the leaves on the vine. This is so much fun. Let's do some more.
There's so much about this I just do not remember. I would really like to actually do, I mean, at least clear the extreme versions of these. I just don't tend to do them because it's, you know, typically people are doing it for the mounts, and I'm not trying to grind that many out when it takes, you know, so long to kill them. Easy peasy.
We can play no more.
I wasn't actually expecting this cutscene right after you kill them. I was expecting it on the way out the door. A job well done.
You have freed our fallen king. Not that I expected any less, my Snayak. The dress, the crown, the scepter, the shoes. The time has come for these relics to serve their true purpose. For they are not only keys to the castle, they are also blessings to be bestowed upon the new king. The way into the castle is opened when it is time to relieve the reigning monarch of the throne. And the brave soul who does the deed has the honor of taking their place. However, should you ascend the throne, you will become one of us, never again to live as men do. My adorable sapling, my precious mortal. We Fae folk live forever, but such is not your virtue. To strive for a dream you will never see, to sow seeds that others might one day taste the fruits of your garden, that is the beauty of your kind. Burn bright and shine as only you can. These blessings, your lovely branch will accept in your stead.
I thought I remember there being like a dialogue option where you could, you know, think that you could accept it, but then she'd go, no, like, it's not something you can do.
Kinla, Ilichla.
Rejoice and revel, for the kingdom of rainbows is forever young.
Now, shall we attend to those unwise enough to trespass in our realm?
This is such a great cutscene. Ranjit proving yet again how much of a badass he is.
Confound it. How did they get here so fast?
But then also our answer to his badassery.
Damn these pixies and their tricks!
How in the seven hells?
Listen well. We come in pursuit of villains who have fled to this land. You know who and where they are. Now show yourselves and answer me before I lose my patience.
Oh, stop! It hurts! It hurts!
Enough! Lift the enchantment!
Minfilia, willful child, how many times must I come to collect you?
I won't return to your maw. And I won't let you hurt my friends.
What is this stance? Where did you learn it? No oracle I trained would make such an unseemly show of herself. Know your shame, gal. You're powerless. You have no life nor purpose, save that which our master sees fit to permit.
Who are you to dictate her purpose? To lock her away and deny her a life? If she was powerless, it's because of you, you sanctimonious swine. But no longer.
Fool! Defiance only begets more suffering. It is through acceptance alone that one may find solace in this god's-forsaken world.
These are interesting shots they've never really done before.
Look, the sky.
Times they are a changing,
She's
Ranji.
done it. The warrior of darkness has triumphed.
General? What are our orders? What do we do?
We do what we came to do. Subdue this rabble and find the warrior of darkness.
Forward, men! Take the villains captive! Are you deaf? I said...
The king is returned. Make ready the feast. Make ready the feast.
What? What's happening? Water? That wasn't there before. Ah!
Orwai kansasi, orwai kinsi.
I don't feel bad for these guys.
What's the matter with you? Get a hold of yourselves, damn it!
And here we come.
General, they come in greater numbers. We must retreat.
All who stand with a warrior of darkness shall face justice. My master demands it.
I see. Well, it's a good thing Feor volunteered to become king in your stead, for all our sakes.
We are grateful for your timely aid, Feor, or should I say, your majesty.
It was the first night in recent memory. We all of us but wish to make the most of it. That's something you must remember about us Fae folk. Though our existence may be eternal, we exist only for the present. We live in the here and now, paying no mind to futures that may or may not be. To wit, we are not driven as men are. We cannot fight for such causes as men do.
Does that mean you won't aid us against the Sin Eaters?
Not unless the mood takes us. But if it was to repay a debt, well then, that's another matter. To take back as much as is taken. To create as much as is destroyed. To give as much as is received. Such is the way of Ilmeg. By this law, we shall lend you our strength, in return for the beautiful sky you have restored to us. In times of need, do not hesitate to call.
And of course, you know, we never call soon enough. I'll go with the second one. What about our pact?
Silly sapling. I shall remain at your side. Even should my body be in the castle, 'tis a simple thing to have a little part of me accompany you. Treat them as you would your Isnefis.
And I would say Feaul is the whole tree now. Ooh, and now it's raining. Still sunny out, but raining. I wonder why, because I don't think you, like, that overwhelming light just is the weather, but I wonder why that would affect normal weather. I'm going to train harder. Having seen what you've achieved, it's the least I can do. Well done, my friend. You put me to shame, laying low a light warden, while I struggle to land a blow on a man old enough to be my great-grandsire. It seems I was wrong about your friend. Had Feaul not stepped in, you'd be frolicking with the fairies by now. It was pure luck that we managed to hold the Yulmorans at bay long enough for you to succeed. But we have earned some good fortune, and while it is plain we've not seen the last of General Ranjit, I, for one, am glad to delay our reckoning with him a while longer. Never for a moment did I doubt that thou wouldst triumph over thy foe, yet the majesty of thine achievement delighteth me none the less. Night hath returned to Ilmeg, and we stand one step closer to delivering the first from its doom, and averting the 8th umbral calamity. 'Tis but a pity thou wert not present to see the Fey folk put the Yulmorans to flight. 'Twas a sight to raise the spirits, I do assure thee. Indeed it was. Ah, but what valuable allies they might prove, were the mood only to take them. Though the battle is over, the war is far from won. Let us fix our gaze upon the road ahead. Okay, he says the same, so I assume the others do as well. The wheel turns. Thancred wishes to have a word with the hero of the hour. I knew you could do it, and not only because of your blessing. You have a strength all your own, and it has seen us through many a trial. With the warden defeated, I believe our work here is done. It is time we were going together, needless to say. To the bitter end, the fate of our two worlds being at stake and all that. Now then, I suggest we hurry back to the Crystarium. Much and more may have happened while we were frolicking with the Fey folk. That Ranjit elected to pursue us makes me hopeful the city was spared Yulmore's attentions, but I would sooner see for myself. Besides, I believe I speak for us all when I say that I've had a bellyful of ill Meg. Let us away before the fairies think to play with us again. Yeah, the twins are like, yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Oh, they're almost kind of halfway between. All seems well, thank goodness. Though we've spent most of our time on the road, Minfilia and I actually have apartments here. Perhaps now we can finally make use of them. I see nothing out of the ordinary. The city appeareth unchanged from when last I visited. There is the selfsame comforting hum of activity in the air.
All seems well at the Crystarium.
Yes. Yulmore was plainly more concerned with finding us. How flattering.
Oh, here we go.
You certainly took your time. I had half resolved to complete the task myself.
And you are?
Best character in the game.
Were one to study the annals of Garlean history, one would find yonder visage on many a page. Though by rights its youth should long since have faded.
Well, well, we have a historian in our midst. That spares me a lengthy explanation. I am Solus Sos Galvus, founding father of the Garlean Empire, and under various guises, the architect of myriad other imperially inclined nations. As for my true identity, I am Emmett Selk, Ascian.
Gaius spoke of you, a native of the Source.
Equal in rank to La Habrea. And you came all this way just to introduce yourself to us?
Behold the sky, restored to its former glory. Have you ever seen a more affecting spectacle? Oh, it is truly, deeply infuriating. Do you have any idea how much you have delayed the rejoining? Following the flood, the First had been listing ever further towards the light, towards stasis. The end was in sight. Enter man and his indomitable spirit. He would haul the world back from the brink. And adding his lumpen weight to the power of growth, he duly tipped the scales, if only by a fraction. Yet a fraction was enough to spoil the perfect imbalance needed to bring about a rejoining.
Had mankind continued to live in idleness under Vorthri's rule, all the conditions would have been met. But you had to come and ruin it all. Thanks to your meddling, light supremacy is in doubt, and our painstakingly laid plans are in tatters!
Well, I should begin by thanking you for confirming Urianger's theories on the inner workings of the Calamity. He will be most pleased. As for what happens next, might I suggest you admit defeat and walk away?
Happy to let me go, are you? Because the murderous glint in your eye suggests otherwise. Indeed, it is enough to make me think better of confronting you alone. Look, it did cross my mind to simply side with Vorthri and kill you all. But that's no different from what La Habre did. And we all know how well that ended for him. And so, while it is liable to be troublesome, I have settled upon a different approach. Cooperation. I will not raise a hand to hinder your hunt for the Light Wardens. If you desire it, I will even lend you my knowledge and strength.
Since time immemorial, you and yours have labored to rejoin the 13 shards, at the cost of countless lives. Do you expect us to believe that your objective has suddenly changed?
Nope, just going about it a different way.
Nay, our objective is the same as it ever was. Though I dare say, you do not know our motive. A war waged without knowledge of the enemy is no war. It is mere bloodletting. Just once. Might we not seek to find common ground? For good or ill, I am immortal. Provided I have the inclination, I can always begin anew, scheme and conspire to my heart's content. But this time I thought that I might instead try to see eye to eye, to understand what drives the hero of the Source, to determine if our goals are truly incompatible. So come, shed your preconceptions. See beyond the unscrupulous villains you take us for. When all is said and done, we may find ourselves pleasantly surprised. The proud discoverers of a path of cooperation rather than opposition. Think of it.
Thou hast delivered thy proposal, and we would not dismiss it outright. If I may offer thee counsel, however, to make thy case via an illusion reflecteth poorly upon thy sincerity.
My apologies. You will forgive me if I'm not entirely at ease in the presence of a famed Ascian Slayer. I felt it only prudent to take precautions. Nonetheless, your counsel is duly noted. I take my leave, friends. Rest assured, we shall meet again soon.
God, he's such a good character. He's just, you know, he's that villain you can't help but like. Finding common ground with an Ascian. My entire being rebels at the very notion that an Ascian of Emmett Selk's standing should willingly reveal himself unto us, and at this of all junctures, is most interesting. So that was an Ascian. Thancred told me about them. He appears to be gone, but I won't be lowering my guard just yet. And if I remember correctly, Emmett's whole idea of cooperation, well, I'm trying to think, because I remember when it comes to the point that it's just too much for us, he was disappointed. I think it's just he was initially hoping that we would eventually side with him. Like, he would convince us. And then when it, when it turns out that, we can't survive all of the light in us, he's like, well, then you'll just be one, giant light warden that nobody can stop. If I remember correctly. Cooperation? He can't be serious, can he? Again, I think it's just he's hoping to persuade. Well, we've certainly been given much to ponder, but first things first, we should report to the Exarch. You can run along, Lavinsa. We're perfectly capable of handling this little task. In light of your recent exertions, I'd say you've earned a rest. Go on, take yourself off to bed. We'll see you later, refreshed and ready for more. All right, into the pendants, I guess. Are we going to have another moment with Ardbert? It does kind of make you think, like, when does he choose to pop in and out? Is he watching us, like, while we sleep or something? Or even more untoward moments? Ah, welcome back, miss. We've been expecting you. You will find refreshments laid out in your quarters. We hope they are to your liking. Will you be retiring now? Retire to your quarters, yes. Very good, miss. I bid you a pleasant evening. There's got to be a cutscene after this. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think I remember Ardbert being here trying to get at a sandwich or something, wasn't he? Although he already went after the teacup, so this must be different. Handwritten missive. I hope the past few days have not been overly taxing. Pray take your rest and recover.
From the Exarch, is it? With that mirror of his, he can watch your every move, you know. You'll probably think you're talking to yourself. Still, he's keeping you well fed. Judging by his people's faith in him, he seems to be a decent sort. But so much about him remains shrouded in mystery. Like, what was he doing back in my day? There was no such person when I was around. A lot's happened since the flood, though. Since I was set adrift. I know little more than you do of this city's history in the Exarch's past. Not that it matters. It's Emmett's Selk we should be concerned about. When our world was about to be consumed by light, the Ashen in White appeared before us. He said that the only way for us to live on was to bring about the rejoining. desperate as we were, we heeded his words, not realizing that the flood was of the Ascians' own making. They cannot be trusted. None of them. But Emmett Selk had one thing right. One should not fight blindly. That's what we did. And it cost us everything we held dear.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, like, how much more blind were he and his people than we are? And I would say if we are less blind than him, it's through pure luck, you know, of like having somebody like Emmett go, like, you know what, I think I'm going to cooperate with you and give you knowledge this time around. What will you say? Not everything. Tell me about Seto. You're putting me off my dinner. Not everything. I don't even recall what he just last said. Yeah, I don't even remember. So I'm just going to say, tell me about Seto, because I like Seto.
What? What about Seto? What is there to say? All right. He's done some growing. When we were traveling together, he was nowhere near as big. And he obviously couldn't speak. I had no idea how much that medallion meant to him. What about you, anyway? You must have a friend like Seto. Chocobo, perhaps?
Yeah.
Come on, you tell me something for a change.
He ate all the sandwiches. Ready to go. Thank you for watching this video. Tonight's stream was a lot of fun. We started and finished Ilmeg. The dungeon was fun. Feaul is always fun. Always a good time. Next up, we will be heading into Raktika, which is amazing because we'll now finally have Emmett with us. We'll be seeing Y'shtola again. We'll be going to the Bunny Girl village. Really good dungeon there too. Just a lot of good stuff. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see me live, the link to my Twitch is in the description down below. Thank you again for watching. Have a good one.